Hi there, it's Lindsay. Welcome back to The Wandering Reader. Today I'm going to be doing a review of Burial Rites by Hannah Kent. Burial Rites is set in 1829 in Iceland, and it tells the story of Agnes, who's been tried and found guilty of the murder of her previous master and one of his friends, along with two other people, a man and a woman. They were also tried and convicted, and she is waiting to be executed. And at the beginning of the book, a family in a village in Iceland are told that they have to keep her until she's executed, which obviously they're not very happy about. But she arrives at the house and then her kind of story unfolds, as it were. This being set right at the end of the Regency era, beginning of the Victorian era, makes it a great historical fiction novel. And it is based on real events. So Agnes was the last woman to be executed in Iceland. I absolutely loved this book. One of the main things I loved about it was the writing in here. It was so beautifully told. Life on the farm where Agnes stays is brutally isolated. You know, the family are really poor, the weather is absolutely horrific, but the way that Hannah Kent describes those things just brings it so much life and makes you immersed in the story and makes you appreciate all of those things about what life was like for people in Iceland at that particular time. There are some beautiful descriptions of the landscape, there are some beautiful descriptions of the different sort of characters in here, and that's one of the main things that I loved about the book. Another thing I really liked about the book is that it's told from a number of different perspectives. So you get Agnes's perspective, you also get Toti's perspective, who is a priest who comes around to the farm to kind of give Agnes spiritual guidance and sort of talk to her about her life and things. And you get a few other different people's perspectives in here, and it was nice seeing the story from lots of different points of view. The perspective that I loved the most was Agnes. Her voice in here was just so easy to read. You rooted for her. I really connected with her character and I loved reading from her point of view. The other thing I really liked about the book was the Icelandic setting. I've never read a book set in Ireland before, and it was so bleak, it was so isolated. You know, it mirrored perfectly what life was like for some people in Iceland at that particular time, and it almost became a character itself. I do really want to go to Iceland, and reading this book made me want to go there more, even though it's set in an earlier time period. There's just something romantic about the country that I really got from reading this book. There wasn't really anything that I didn't like about the book. It was really well written, it was a really good story. I think it made it better that it was based on true life events. Hannah Kent's research into this story and what had gone on was really thorough. You could tell that she was totally invested in the story, and I thought it was really well told, really well executed. I would recommend this book to people who like historical fiction, perhaps you know, Victorian Regency historical fiction, but this set in a different country. People who are a fan of crime novels. I've heard some people say that this is categorised this as a thriller. I wouldn't say it's a thriller, but if you're interested in that type of fiction, then I would definitely pick this up. And if you're a fan of literary fiction and beautiful descriptions of setting and things like that, this is definitely one that I would pick up. I thoroughly enjoyed this book and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. So that was my review of Burial Rites by Hannah Kent. If you've read it, I'd love to chat with you in the comments about it. If you've got any other recommendations based on my love of this book, I'd love to hear them. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!